This time on Scott's Adventures, we're going to the Point Reyes Lighthouse. Come on along, should be a great time. Point Reyes Lighthouse, also known as Point Reyes Light, is a lighthouse on the Gulf of the Farallones. A lighthouse was assigned to Point Reyes in 1855, but construction was delayed for 15 years because of a dispute between the United States Lighthouse Board and the landowners over a fair price for the land. The lighthouse is a 16-sided, 37-foot tower and a twin of Cape Mendocino Light. The first-order Fresnel lens was first lit on December 1, 1870. Electricity came to the lighthouse in 1938, and concrete steps were built into the cliff in 1939. The station was automated in 1975. Point Reyes is, by official records, the windiest and foggiest on the Pacific coast. The station is frequently blanketed by week-long periods of fog, and few years pass that do not see violent gales of 75 to 100 miles per hour. Punta de los Reyes, Point of the Kings, Spanish navigators named it, and they did well to fear it. God help the hapless mariner who drifts upon it. On November 7, 1931, the steamer Munleon was bound from San Francisco to Astoria, Washington, carrying sugar, salt, and other general supplies. A navigational error caused her to run aground 1 mile east of the Point Reyes Lighthouse. The Coast Guard launched a rescue boat from the newly constructed life-saving station, Marine Railway at Chimney Rock, and rescued all 29 hands. Often hidden by fog and buffeted by fierce winds and waves, the Point Reyes Peninsula splintered ships and smashed dreams. The first recorded shipwreck occurred in 1595, but wrecks were not common until San Francisco became a major port following the 1849 gold rush. Navigating around the headlands was safer once the lighthouse was constructed in 1870, but shipwrecks did not cease. Today, even with modern navigational methods, Point Reyes' rugged coastline still claims ships and lives. The lighthouse was used as a location for the 1980 John Carpenter film, The Fog. It is also the subject of a poem by Wendell Keyes, The Exposed Reef. Keyes, together with filmmaker and photographer William Heck, later made a documentary film about the lighthouse and its environs in 1954 and 55. You've got to love this caution sign. 313 steps are wicked hard. Love it. The lighthouse at Point Reyes was not built at the top of the cliff due to the heavy fog that are typical in that area. These dense fogs dissipate at the lower elevations, making the flash signal more reliable and visible to ships. On days when the 313 steps down to the lighthouse stairs are open, you can descend about 275 feet to the White Tower. The historic first-order Fresnel lens focuses its light at 273 feet above sea level. During its period of operation, which was 1870 to 1975, on a clear night, its flash signal was visible 23.5 miles away. A Coast Guard automated beacon now helps ships guide safely along this rough coastline. The wreck of the Samoa in 1913, the ship eventually broke up and disappeared into the sea, but not before becoming a local attraction to curious visitors to the Point Reyes beach. After rescuing the passengers and crew, the life-saving service used a team of horses to pull the shipwrecked schooner Samoa ashore on Point Reyes Beach, 1913. Other shipwrecks were the Heartwood in 1929 and the Munleon in 1931. The presence of the lighthouse did not guarantee safe passage around the peninsula. For the unlucky that wrecked here, there was still hope for survival. Beginning in 1890, highly trained crews of the U.S. Life-Saving Service struggled against the sea to save others. They sacrificed comfort, family, and even their lives for the duty. The service even established a cemetery for fallen crew members at G Ranch. They worked closely with the nearby Lighthouse Board and Weather Bureau to monitor the coastline and coordinate rescue operations with one another during emergencies. The life-saving station finally began operations in 1890. After years of bureaucratic wrangling, located on the Point Reyes beach, its perimeter fence enclosed a boathouse, living quarters, and a garden. A lookout tower stood on a nearby bluff. They also maintained a small auxiliary boathouse on Drake Bay after 1894. Before a telephone was installed in 1895, a surfman walked 3.5 miles and descended the stairs to the lighthouse, so the lightkeepers could telegraph San Francisco for assistance. Point Reyes is the windiest place on the Pacific coast and the second foggiest place on the North American continent. The historic Point Reyes Lighthouse, first built in 1870, overlooks the Pacific Ocean from its perch 265 feet above sea level. I think that just about does it here on Scott's Adventures. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Had a great time. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.